Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Monifactory. This is the 0.13 version. We're on expert mode. And I'm going to jump into world creation while I talk because it's going to take a while. I really wanted to do like a very cool HBO-style, Martian-style video diary roleplay series. I really wanted to do it. And at every turn, I was defeated. Whether it was the internet or the recording or the editing, defeated. And, you know, December's half over, and I really want to play this mod pack. And it's been like a month since I put out any, like, regular content, so I just have to make this happen. So, we're going to start an expert mode. It's going to be very chill. If you haven't played Greg Tech before, or modded Minecraft, I'm going to try and make this very beginner friendly. If you want like fast-paced progress, I recommend Threefold. I think he did a live stream series on this. But this is a new progression. They just updated it to 0.13. It's got a whole bunch of new multi-blocks. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this pans out. There we go. So it's locked onto peaceful mode. So no monsters, no hunger. We're not gonna have to feed ourselves. I'm gonna turn cheats on just because it's a mod pack and things can go wrong, and it's better to have access to that than to not. So we're gonna say Monifactory LP expert. Okay. And we're not gonna change any of these settings, and we're not gonna change these settings. I also tried to do a series, like, I tried to have it so that it was cities the whole way across. But I can't get this to change, so, I don't know. Let's just jump in. The world's going to take a while to create. I'll try and talk through it because, you know, I want to explain myself. I was really trying to edit these series together, and first of all, I wanted to play on Greg Tech New Horizons, which is a much bigger pack. That doesn't work very well on my computer with the Prism launcher. And then I did the first episode of Breach, which I've uploaded. I'm probably going to take that down if this works. And I really wanted that to be like a roleplay series. And then I did like 3 hours of filming, and I was playing music on my computer because I wasn't doing audio. And the audio picked up the music, so like the whole 3-hour clip is ruined. so that I learned that lesson. And then the mod packs have been having trouble loading. Microsoft doesn't like when I do mod packs. I have to log in every time with a new password and everything. So that's been fun. And all this time I'm sitting here thinking like I could be playing. And I'm just not. So I will try to do a cool series like I wanted to eventually. But at the moment, I just don't have the mental bandwidth. And mostly it's me. Mostly it's my inaptitude with filming and with editing. I'm using new software I've never used before. So I don't know its limitations. And it feels like the software is more geared towards like TikTok AI slop instead of actual videos. So I might have to find something else to use. But for the moment, it's free. So that's what I like. Okay. Snow. Yeah. So, okay. every world that I have started in Monifactory has been snowy. And, you know, once or twice is a coincidence. But I think this might be like my 15th or 16th world I've started with Monifactory. And it's still snowy. So I think deep down, there's something overriding World Gen to force it to be snowy. I don't mind. I think it looks good. Let's go up top. We can go fast if we look up at the ladder. Here we go. Oh, the building turns into mountainside. What? Okay. That's interesting. Can I? No. Well. Okay. Oh, I see what's going on. There was supposed to be a meteor here. And we're dealing with a crater. You can see the crater continues up there. Okay, what? I don't see a meteor though. So we get the crater, but no meteor. That's what a ripoff. All right. Okay, let's jump in here. Okay, yeah, we have these are the expert mode quests. I do this. We're gonna do this. I'm not gonna take the cakes. The cakes are portals to the void world and back here. So actually, maybe I'll take them and throw them out. Can I do that? Yeah, and I'll throw out the book too. And then we go here. Quests are here to help. Yes, I'm going to use those. Terminal. I don't think we get the terminal in expert mode. I'm almost certain we don't. And then there's a bunch of checkbox quests over here. Ore doubling, Discord and GitHub, claim chunks. We'll do that in a second. I think this one is you have to have the nature's compass. You can tell how many times I've done this. You have to have a hook for this one. Okay. And that's all we can do. So we don't get scanner, actually, in expert mode. So we have to look for all the ores from the surface, which is going to be a lot of work. But the thing about GregTech is that all the work you put in gets rewarded with more efficiency and better yields and less work in the future. And it makes you really appreciate what the upgrades are doing. Now, does this just go to nothing? No, it kind of goes down. This is a crazy... That's a crazy little spawn here. Okay, so I'm sitting here debating if I want to do loot chests. Because I like to build everything myself. I like to build all the workstations, all the chests. I kind of like to just do everything myself. And these chests tend to have metal, diamonds, gems, all kinds of useful stuff that I'm not sure I want to receive early. So I'm not going to do it right now. I'm actually going to start... I have to get out of the buildings, honestly. And this might be some way that the crater comes in handy, because it looks like it gives us a little exit from the city. Okay, so this building is now beyond the curvature of the meteorite. Oh, cool, there's a door. Okay, so the first thing we need is a crafting table. Here we go. This is what we want, is gravel. There's like a half door going on here. We want gravel. And this building seems to be partially made out of it, which is cool. I don't know if I mentioned this. This series is going to be very, very slow. We're going to chill out. We're going to hang out. We're not going to rush. We're going to enjoy the process. If we do something super tedious, I might cut. But like even this is like eventually we're gonna work past where digging in gravel is a pain in the ass. So even that's gonna get fixed with more tools and efficiency. Okay, so I see a tree up there. I'm actually gonna open the map here. Okay. Now, Journey Map has a problem where it'll load previous worlds over... That looks like this world, though. That looks consistent. So do we actually have a forest off to our right here? Because that would be fantastic. I think I still want to build my base here in the Snow City. Yeah, we totally have a verdant... lush forest this way, which is awesome. Is that a rubber tree straight away? Pale white skies, bright blue. You'll love to see it. Okay, let's see. Is there like an easy way? Oh, there isn't. So let's go ahead and just put that there. And then let's go like... Okay, there we go. So this is a rubber tree. This is going to help us with our industry eventually. But for now, we're We're going to use this to make a crafting table, which is 2 logs and 2 flint. And then we're going to go a step further. Let's just grab this birch log here. And we're going to make some sticks, and we're going to make a crafting table on a stick. And then place it in our crafting table on a stick slot. And then I have that set to C. So we have crafting wherever we need to go. Next up, we need to start making tools. So we want tools that will help make more tools, because tools are how we're going to advance. So we need flint and we need wood. So right now we'll just get the rest of this tree. Hopefully we can get some saplings so we can bring... Oh, it's a tall boy. Hopefully get some saplings so we can bring the... Yeah. Okay, good. We'll find a place in the city to start our nice little rubber grove. We are on peaceful mode, so we don't need food. So literally no other tree gives us anything useful. We don't need apples for anything. At least I don't think so. Certainly not in the first bit of the game. We do need rubber, though. So that's the tree we're going to go with. And then we need to just grab as much flint as we can. We may need to couch it a little better so that it doesn't fly everywhere. So getting flint more easily is our priority here. So I think I want... Do I need a pickaxe? Does a wooden pickaxe work? It appears to. Let's see. Yeah, totally works. So all we need from this is just a little bit of cobblestone. I think what I'll do is, like, once I build a furnace by myself, and I'm using a furnace and I've built a crafting table by myself like this, I think I'll feel more comfortable stealing them from the town once I've done it myself. Because then it's just like doing the same thing again, and we've seen it. Okay, so now I need... What do I actually need? I need more flint. I need... Let's see it. I need 3 for the furnace. And then I need 2 for the mortar and pestle. Which is the next tool we're going to make. Come on, flint. There we go. Need 1 more. Okay. Pick these up. Let's actually be a little smarter about this and actually put it here so it doesn't fly the other way. There's a flint. There's another flint. 1 more. Uno mas. Come on. There we go. Okay. So then we go furnace, which is 3 flint like that. Go like this. We go we need another piece of cobblestone. There we go. It's getting a little dark. I want to take this into town when we get done here. Let's go ahead and make these into planks. Planks go here. Cobble goes there. I don't know if that's enough. I'll actually be getting more flint in a second, so we can get more wood. Okay, and then let's think. I think the only other thing is going to be getting more gravel to get more flint. So we'll actually be able to get all of that with what we have. Ah, okay, so this is important. Galena, perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press B to bring up the waypoint, and I'm going to say Galena. And I am going to make it purple. And then I'm going to go into N to the waypoint menu and turn it off. So basically, if I walk away from this, you can see I have a marker for Galena. So I'm just going to turn that off because I don't need to see it all the time. And then when I... some of my key bindings may have been changed. I don't know. If you ever need to change key bindings, you can go to Options, Controls, Keybinds, and you can set anything to whatever you want. Okay. So now that we have this, we're going to take our 5 stone, we're going to take 2 flint, and we're going to make a mortar. And then with the mortar, we're going to take gravel, and we're going to get flint 1-to-1 without having to dig and replace, which is a huge bonus. So we're going to start with a shovel to get more gravel, and we're going to do an axe to get more wood. And the cool thing about these axes, and I'll just grab some birch because we're just after the wood, although is this a rubber tree? It is. All GregTech axes have lumberjack. So it takes the whole thing down. There we go. And because I also just need wood, I will cut down some of these. There we go. Even grab the stump. Let's see here. These are all... I'm trying to disconnect the rubber leaves above me. Let's just keep going. Can't use too much wood. Okay, so, well, you you can run out of an axe, though. Yeah, there's stuff up there. Can I get that rubber? Boom. Okay, so now we can take the shovel. Let's go ahead and pick up our thing here. We have plenty of wood for now. There we go. And then we need to go to find a gravel place. So I saw some over by the meteorite, the impact crater. I think so. Yeah, this whole side of it. Great. So once we have a bunch of this stuff, we can come in here and make some more flint, and then make another axe, and then make some more sticks to make a pickaxe. Even though I think our wood axe is probably better. I don't know, but there we go. We don't need a sword because of course we are in peaceful mode. Although actually, thinking about it, there are some spider webs all over the joint, so maybe we do want a sword. Plus that's where it goes on the hotbar. Okay, so now we're getting a bunch of flint now that we have the mortar and pestle, so we don't need to use it as much, but there we go. I might go back out into the forest and grab some more wood really fast. And then we're going to find a building to call home. Okay, so we used up the shovel. Let's just quickly go back to... I think the spruce around town looks like Christmas. It's very seasonal. So let's go get... let's just use up... We want to use up the rest of the mortar. There we go. And then I'm doing this so I can get some of the saplings from that second rubber tree. Okay. Now where was it? It was over here? Yeah. So let's cut that down. Okay. get this one down. And this one. Come on, it's gotta be, yeah, there we go. There we go. I don't think I got any extra saplings from that. That's fine. Let's see. Sugarcane. Now, I don't know if the sugarcane farm works in expert mode, but I'm going to grab it just in case. Is this a village? Yeah, I think it's a village. Let's grab some more of this. Actually, I think I could check if SNAD is listed as a... No, I don't see it. Maybe in the factory? Well, let's zoom out a little bit there. I mean, we don't have access to RF power, which is really what the... well, that shouldn't explain... Yeah, I don't see it. All right, that's fine. Okay, so our first quest is actually to get 24 iron, which is not that tough once we have a location for iron. Okay, these guys are asleep. We're chilling. Let's go back. Let's go back to the city. And let's find a spot to call home. Now, in the sort of roleplay series I was trying, we used a library building, which was very nice. I liked it. So we might use that again. Okay, so let's see. We need something with a nice big floor plan, preferably not something that is cut off by a meteorite. Is that... What is that? Let's see. What is this? Oh, it's not the thing I'm looking for. It's not a library. It's got a lot of iron bars in there. Some crude oil in the front yard. Always nice. Now, let's see. I kind of don't want like a standalone building. I don't mind this. Actually, does this have a rooftop garden? Because I see a tree up there. Rooftop garden would be lovely to start our rubber farm. Kind of. This is snow. Is this like bad snow? No. There's some dirt up here. There's podzol up here too. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab some rubber saplings. Plant those down. Start our little farm here. There, and there. Nothing? Okay, I think I can squeeze 2 more here. That's probably fine. I do like this view too. Look at that. We got the half tree. And there's access to this other building. Kind of. There we go. Yeah, I don't hate this at all. Actually, this might be a cool floor to set up on. So let's go ahead. Let's put this here. I'll put this next to this. This is the shit I was talking about. Get rid of that. In fact, let's go ahead and put this there. Now, this might be weird, but when I start a build, even if I have a crafting table on a stick, I still feel better if there's a crafting table. It just feels weird not having one. Visually. Okay, chests. So chests are expensive. We need flint. We're going to do 2 of them. And I'm just going to chuck it all in. What was wrong with... Why couldn't I do... Yeah, there we go. No. See, I don't know vanilla stuff. Okay, I think we... Yeah. And then we'll say... Oh, that's fine. This will be for, like, metals and stuff. Okay. Okay, so now we need to go find ourselves some stuff. And metals. So, ore is going to be a real pain in the ass. But we got to do it. So, if we have the surface samples over... Actually, let's put that on. Over that way. Shouldn't it be 3 chunks? Like every 3 chunks. I want to say is like the next... Ah, we got stuff over there. Okay, let's go check that out. Yeah, there's chests and stuff in here. I do want to have 4 furnaces. So I will be taking that. Honestly, I don't think I even need to worry about loot chests. I think I'm good without it. All right. We definitely want to go scouting out. And this is probably where I'm going to cut, because what I'm going to do is do a big ol' exploration of the surrounding area. And find all the ores. Because we don't have a scanner. Is this redstone? Red garnet. What is that? Ore processing. Spessartine, which is found in manganese. Grossular, pyrolusite, and tantalite. Yeah, so this is going to be Spessartine. Let me put a question mark because I'm not sure. Okay. Unless garnet is like... No. That's certainly a garnet vein. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm going to leave them on while I'm scouting around so I know where I've been. But if I'm going... Like, shouldn't this... 1, 2, 3? Or 3, I guess, because the 1 is the space on the side of the building. Yeah, I think I'm going to have better luck just out in the wilderness, away from the buildings. So, let's see. Am I going to be looking for other stuff as well? We got salt, copper. Let's put both. Salt. And I'll color it orange for copper, since that's currently the more important one. I know salt's going to be very useful later on. We should see if... Oh, goethite. That's, I think that's limonite. I think that's iron. Now that's quite a ways down, maybe. Look at this place. This is really nice. You wouldn't guess that there's like a frozen hellscape back there. A bun. Hello, tiny bunny child. Okay, well, I'll leave the buns. Since I don't have to kill anything this run. Let's see. Wolfo down there. I don't see any... Well, there's lots of flowers. That's actually going to make it kind of tough to spot the surface samples. This is a really pretty world here. I always love a new world. I'm starting Minecraft. Here we go, some more limonite, I think. Or is that oil sands? Yeah. Let me double check that goethite comes from limonite. Yeah. So limonite's great because is goethite actually iron too? Yeah. So the goethite is iron, the hematite is iron, the limonite is iron, and the malachite is copper. So it's like the perfect. It's a bunch of what you need starting off. Look at this. Look at that. What a world. This is cool. Okay, so let's see if we can find. See, sometimes they blend in really well with the ground and the flowers. Actually, can I look at the map really fast and see? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You see? It's a grid. There's some here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There should be some here. Oh, and now it's gently raining. Oh, this is such perfect ambiance. It's really cold out where I live right now. This is perfect. Just like chill rain. So it should be over that way and then down a bit. Now sometimes the surface samples show up. 1, 2, 3. So it's down a chunk. Sometimes the surface samples show up in a cave. So like in here. I don't have torches. That's something I want to work on. So there might be something here. I'm not going to say there isn't, but I can't see it. Can I go out three chunks this way and find something? So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So like here. Yeah. Okay, so the surface samples are not like a for sure thing. Sometimes they happen. And we always like when they do. Oh, there's actually literal ore sticking out here. What's this? Andesite tin. Oh, tin. Perfect. Wait. Is there more? Oh, it's almost not enough to mention, but I will. Tin. Okay. We can go to... I will grab some more sugarcane. Ah, sapphire. I don't think that's useful, but I will mark it. So like, does that fit the pattern? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it does fit the pattern. So not every grid point has surface samples, but the surface samples are on the grid points. There you go. And then watch that immediately get proven wrong. So let's line up here with this and just start scanning this way. Yeah. Copper. Nothing fancy, just copper. Love it. Okay. So some over here. Is that redstone? No. No. Okay. As you can imagine, with a tech pack, we're going to need to inhale redstone. Coal? Yeah. Coal and copper. I will take it. Coal and copper. I will color it orange because I think copper is slightly more useful. Back into the snowland. Oh, waystone. Cool. I'll pick it up. Set it back at home. Do these have a crafting recipe? Oh, shit. Kind of. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It's fine. Let's go. Let's see. There should be one here. If there's going to be one. Yeah, more copper. Okay. We found the copper. Some tin would be nice. Some actual tin. Because I think there was maybe like 10 bits of it in the... What's that? Uraninite. Ooh. That's going to be a sickly green color. There we go. I didn't read all the patch notes for 0.13, but it looks like nuclear craft is now optional, which I greatly appreciate. I don't hate nuclear craft. I very, very dislike it. Okay. Where are we? 1, 2, 3. So here on the beach. Yeah. More limonite. Really, really need... Actually, some magnetite would be better. Because magnetite has gold. Let's see. Should be around here if there is any. Yep. Olivine. That's like a more fun green color. And then... Oh, weird. That's like... Uh-oh. They're kind of not on the grid, are they? Like, the uraninite was low in the second chunk. Limonite was technically in, like, the fourth... Like, okay, so they're kind of on a loose grid thing. We're actually having really good luck with the surface samples. Maybe if I poke around the spots where there seem to be gaps, I'll have better luck. Oh, oil sands. I do think that's going to come in handy this run. I don't know how to process it, though. So I'm like, I've done Omnifactory and Nomifactory and Nomifactory CEU. I don't consider myself an expert at GregTech by any stretch. So I think it's going to be a bit of a learning curve this whole time. Do we want to show me some ores, or want to give me the run around here? Ooh. Well, that's a crack. Crack in the rock. Okay. There's another city up here. That's cool. Another meteorite, too. That looks like it actually has a meteorite. Well, I don't see anything. Redstone is being tricky. There's always one. There's always one. Wait. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Here we go. Talc. And sapphires. So it's going to be lubricant, sapphire. I'll do like green for talc, kind of soapstone. And then any redstone would be delightful. Plenty of berry bushes. It's going to make seeing this very difficult if it's redstone. And roses. Are you sitting on top of red? Let's see. Let's see. So we do want this chunk here. Copper, again. Well, we have plenty of copper. More copper than we can shake a stick at. But copper tends to be those, like, weird, spindly... Oh. Is this Redstone Beach? Garnet sand. Copper. Doesn't garnet sand have tin in it? Garnet sand, Fuller's earth, cassiterite. Oh, this is a beautiful one. So mineral sand, cassiterite. Yeah. So iron, no. Iron/tin. Okay. Yeah, mineral sands is iron. Cassiterite is double tin. So if you get one ore of cassiterite, it counts as 2 tin ingots, which is lovely. Do I want to go up in the city? No, I really don't. I want to stay out here. So let's go kind of back through the forest a bit. Yeah, I think so. So, I mean, this is part of it. This is part of the game, you know, just finding ores and stuff. But I think I do want to do a massive exploration bit here. And I don't have good lighting. So I think I will cut here. And I'll bring you back if I see any cool shit. Look at this world. Every biome is a picture. Look at this. This is beautiful. I have been a little busy. It's funny, after I cut the video, I went back down this line and I found more iron and gold, redstone, tin, redstone again. Azurite is copper. So if you saw that and you're like, oh man, I wish I had more copper. Don't worry. Azurite's copper. Garnet sand and copper. Redstone, cassiterite. And then mineral sands, which is iron. More copper. So I think I'm mostly good. I haven't found any coal veins. I don't think. Did I? Actually, I think I remember typing coal. Maybe not. Galena we found that early. That's good. That's a hard one to find. We haven't found, coal. That's right. We haven't found diamonds. That's a thing. So I am going to keep going. I just want to show you this little this little lake with the single tree on the island. That's kind of nice. And you can see my sea of waypoints out there. I could probably stand to turn them off, but I don't know. Oh, well, don't mind if I do. Oh, is this me taking something that I can't build? I just realized that. Yeah, I think so. Chuck it. Don't need it. I'll build it myself. It's fine. We saw there's a recipe. Let's see. How far in do I have to go? 1, 2, yeah. It's like about here. I do think there's surface ore every time. So I haven't actually missed one. Down here. Anyways, back in the forest. So I think I'll chart out this island here. Maybe this part over here. We need so much ore. Like, it looks like we're running into a lot of it. We need so much ore. So this is not a waste of time. This is super necessary at the start of every GregTech run, no matter the pack. Okay, so I'm up here at this other little meteorite here. Redstone here. Oil sands up on the surface, actually. And I did find a little bit of coal back here on this hillside, which wasn't really part of a vein. It might be, actually. I didn't dig down or anything, but it was sticking up right here. Oh, you could still see I dropped some. There we go. It was just up here. I don't know if it continues down at all. Might be worth looking at, but I'm just trying to fill in this little grid here on the island. So I'm gonna look at this one here. Still no diamonds. That's the last one that I would be happy to find before continuing. Once we get into some technology and we have some power going, we'll be able to get a prospector. I hope. Let's see. Is the prospector craftable here in expert mode? It is. It's not super expensive either, so that might be good. Let's see. There should be surface deposits. It's quite hard to find it with the podzol. And the rooted dirt. Let's see. Don't know. But yeah, I wanted to show you the meteorite. It's made of skystone. I don't know if there's an inscriber press in there. We'll have to see later on, but for now, it's just going to be a landmark. Okay, back in a bit. All right, so let's show off why I am so adamant about leaving all of these. Okay, so actually up here where I'm at, the surface samples get very sparse up here. I haven't seen one in a while. So I found lapis, which is good. I'm going to need that for the blast furnace, the primitive blast furnace coming up. I also found a beach with a ton of sand. That's going to be, well, if SNAT exists and I can do the sugarcane farm, that's going to be useful. But also for the, well, I guess for the coke oven. Why am I leaving all these waypoints? Oh, look, a teleport button. So what I could do is say, I actually want to explore this part of the forest. Oh. Which limonite? Okay, so it is by distance. Are there two limonites next to each other? Kind of. The closer one. Nope. Okay, so then the 198. That's the one I want. So now they should be ordered by, there we go, 198. Nailed it. Okay, cool. So, yeah, you can use these as teleport markers. That's kind of why I don't need the waypoint, the waystones, because I'm going to be doing this. And I am going to be using the teleport command, of course, this waypoint teleporter, because we're going to be spending a lot of time running out of stuff and having to go back to the mines. And that's just something I'm going to have to do. So if I'm going to be taking the shortcut without you guys, then guess what? I'm using the teleport. Okay, now I'm not seeing any back to no surface samples. That's what we're at now. I still haven't found diamonds. Out of all of these waypoints, I haven't found diamonds. I found mica. I don't know how useful mica is. I know it's very useful in New Horizons, but this is not New Horizons. Nickel. Okay, that's very good. Nickel helps us get Invar and nickel. Okay. Let's go. Did I missed two in here? No way. Watch, it's going to be diamonds too. Because part of me was like, okay, well, just leave them there, and then once I get a scanner, I'll see what was down there. But another part of me is like, that's where the diamonds are going to be. Because of course they are. Let's see. 1, 2, so like, it's like here-ish. It's not a hardline, like chunk-based rule like it is in GTNH. So they can be, there's some drift. What do we think about up here? I guess this whole area is kind of undiscovered, so I have been slaughtering berry bushes. Got some copper. Just copper. That's a better color for copper. Okay. Let's see. It's probably up, huh? Just some diamonds. Diamonds would also be good for coal. I also would like to have coal. I've only found the one. Okay, so... Oh, here. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. Okay. Chalcopyrite, which is copper. Chalcopyrite. That's a good color for it, actually. Let's see. With zeolite, cassiterite, and realgar. Oh, realgar. That's what I should call this vein. And that's slightly red. Realgar has arsenic, so that's useful for rat poisoning and other things. Okay, so I think just back to mining, because I know I'm not going to want to continue until I find diamonds. So maybe I will come back when I find diamonds. I found a sleepy boy. Aw. He's a sleepy boy. Okay, I'm going to call it on the hunt for diamonds. By the time we get to the point in the progression where we actually need them, we'll have better tools anyway, so it doesn't matter. Now, I did just find this magnetite vein. And I'm going to focus on this a little bit and grab some iron. We need a bunch of it. And this is going to be the next step of our tool progression here. There's a bit of gold here as well, but our flint pickaxe is not very good. So we might actually want to... I was going to try and jump straight to a mining hammer, but we actually need quite a bit of metal for that. Wait, is this just a surface thing? Is it not? These... I feel like these imply that there's some below. I also need some light. It's very dark out here, especially when you start digging down. So let's see. Should I go for a coal vein? Let's do it. I have one. Here it is. Where did I see coal? There it is. Okay. So the way I like to do these is to dig down in like a spiral. Just a 2 wide spiral. Because I'm going to change the waypoint and put it down where the stuff is, so I don't have to climb this ladder ever again. I also don't really have I don't have a home. I mean, wait. Oh, I do. I just don't have it waypointed. That's the problem. So let's go back to actually garnet. That? Yeah. Yeah. Great. Here's our building. So I'm going to do another type of teleport over here. I'm going to set the home command. It's actually raining through the stairway there, which is very weird. All right. So let's go here and let's say /set home. There we go. Now I can type /home anytime I want to come back. We do have some coal. We have some wood. Let's get this started. So if I go 2 of those, this should make 2 coal. There we go. One of those makes 8 more coal. And then let's do some iron. We just don't have enough. No, we need some actual pickaxes. So I'll make a bunch of them. Okay. 2 is not a bunch of them, but I think it'll have to do for now. And then I can grab these. And make some torches. So let's go to coal and copper. Down my little ladder here. And then once we find the coal, we can start sort of a chain reaction of smelting coal, making more torches to get more coal. But I think this is another thing that's just tedious and boring, so I'm going to cut, and I'll be back when I've gotten some of my mining tunnels dug. Okay, now that I have a bunch of iron, it's time to step up my tool game. So we're going to grab some wood. I need some more wood, actually. Let's go like that. Okay, so the first thing we need, By the way, I accepted 24 iron. I got that. This is just a checkbox on how EMI works. So if you want to do a recipe like the iron hammer, if I click this, you can see this is a default recipe I can set. I can view the recipe tree, so it shows me I need 6 iron in one thing. I can scale it up if I need 3 of them, or whatever. And there we go. I'm not going to save a recipe for a tool, because in a lot of recipes, tools are used, and they're not used up, so EMI gets confused. So for the hammer, it's just 6 like this. It's kind of like a sideways sign. So we have that. Good. You want to hold them in your inventory for a second so that the quest can register. And we're not going to do the whole suite of tools. We are just going to do 2 plates like that. So 2 ingots per plate. And then we're going to make a sword with the plates to make a file. Let it count. There we go. And then we're going to take 12 of these, make 6 plates. And then we're going to make... Actually, wait. Is there a quest for... okay. Maybe I should do all of the tools first. So 2 plates, sticks, hammer, and file makes a saw. Okay. Did it count my mortar and pestle? It did not. Okay, so let's do just 8 of these. Let's collect the rest of the iron here. We will need more. That's okay. We're gonna... That's the motto of this whole pack. We're gonna need more. 4 plates makes a wrench. There we go. Let's see. I need 2 rods. So you file ingots to make rods. Diagonal like that. And then the file on top, hammer on the bottom, gets us a screwdriver. Good. And then the tough one, 3 plates, 3 rods. We're going to take one of the rods, we're going to cut it in half with a saw, take the 2 halves of the saw, take the 2 bolts, file them together to make a screw, I guess. And then we're going to put the screw and the handles at the bottom, the blade up here, and then in the order we made them, the hammer, the file, and the screwdriver will get us the wire cutters. Okay. That's how I remember how to do it. So the last one I need is the mortar. Our stone should be done. Yep. So we made a mortar earlier with flint. Now we're making one with iron, which just has much more durability. There we go. It's going to give us coins. I don't think there's any way to spend these in... Yeah, you could upscale them. What the heck? Okay. So that's like if you never spend them, which you can't, right? Interesting. Okay, well, then we'll save it. Then we will save it. Okay. There is a purpose. I do not like to buy stuff. I don't like to spend coins and like get stuff for free in these mod packs. But if it's for a frivolous plushie, I'm in. So let's go with 6 plates. I do not have one of these. Actually, we're going to turn this into a crafting station so it stores the recipe. So that's that, a stick, thing on the bottom, file on the top, mining hammer. Beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead and put these back. All of these, except the mining hammer. And then the iron can go up there. Okay, so here's the next order of business. I'm going to go to my different nodes. You can see I updated this waypoint to be in the mine. Mercifully, this magnetite was close to the surface, so I did not have to dig down too far. The coal, on the other hand, was quite far down. But now I'm going to use my mining hammer here. Oh, yeah, to get some gold and some iron. I'm going to go to get some copper, some silver, and then I'm going to upgrade my furnaces. You can see the surface is right there. I'm going to upgrade my furnaces down this quest line here on the side. So iron, copper, silver, gold. And if I find diamonds, I'll do that. But I haven't found diamonds yet, so I'll probably stop at gold. All right, last little bit for the day. I'm going to break my furnaces here. I went mining for some stuff. All I'm going to do is take the furnace, wrap it in iron. Wait for the achievement. There we go. Wrap it in copper. There we go. Wrap it in silver. And wrap it in gold. And I still haven't found diamonds, so that's where we have to stop for the moment. But now we are going to cook things super quick. Let's see. Let's see if we can throw a stack of something. Yeah. Hematite. What's this? Limonite. Boom. 4 stacks of iron. Boom. There we go. Look how fast that goes. Now, it's not more efficient on coal. I think it's still going to burn through 8 pieces of coal, but it's going to get there a lot faster. And with what we have planned for next episode, we're going to need all the smelting power we can get. So, that's going to be it for Monifactory. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.